We are here today, Monday, at Nasset Fit down here on Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Hopefully, we don't have any technical difficulties. We got this mic on, we got that mic on, cameras on, batteries full. Hopefully, we can get through the whole shoulder workout today without any hitches. We've had mics that I forgot to turn on, that thing that I forgot to turn on, batteries that died halfway through, batteries that died almost at the end, but that's part of doing this shit. I gotta get a spare battery in here, and I gotta be a non-moron and make sure that I always turn the shit on. So we're warmed up. We're an old school body master right here. We have it stacked to the bottom. We're gonna lock it in. We're gonna get 15 of these babies. Let's go. Lock it in. Yup. Yep. Yep. Hey. All right. This is an old school body master machine, a very, very traditional body master where you're going in a fixed plane up. The arms are not coming together. We saw us use this in our chest routine where we're just basically pressing straight out like this. The arms are not coming together. Now the machine next to me, what we're gonna do next is a newer old school machine, but this is where the arms converge into the middle. So again, hits it a little bit differently. The only drawback on this machine for myself, and I would say any really experienced bodybuilder, because I'm not a very, very strong presser, is the stack. The stack goes to 200 pounds. I did 15 controlled reps pretty easily. So definitely not something that would be viable for someone that was bigger and stronger than myself, because, you know, they wouldn't really get much out of this. But we're gonna do this again. It's good feel, good stretch. Going full range of motion all the way up, all the way down. Lock it in. Yup. Yup. Boop. Boop. All right, 15, lock it in. All right, so again, good rep, good set, 15. I don't want to go too many more reps. I don't want to get myself into a cardiovascular state where I'm just doing too many reps for no apparent reason. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a drop set, okay? But first, because the weight isn't heavy enough for us to need to drop the weight, I'm going to do 15. I'm going to give myself 10 to 15 seconds. I'm going to, again, go back on there. So this is kind of like a rest pause in a sense, because we're not dropping the weight. I'm going to do as many reps as I can, and then I'm going to give myself another 10 to 15 seconds. We're going to do as many as we can. So 100% this is a rest pause. It's absolutely not a drop set, because we're not dropping any of the weight. So that's my brain thinking right there, my mouth talking shit. As you guys see on the videos, sometimes I just say stuff confidently and just roll with it. Let Tom pick it up and then just give me all hell. And sometimes I catch myself and I give myself hell. All right, let's go. 15, lock it in. Let's go. Right. All right, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lock it in. Let's go. Let's go. Flip. Got 10 of those. 15, 14, 13. Up. There you go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 7, baby. All right. So, guys, when you have a weight stack that you are strong enough for, okay, most of the time for beginning and intermediate lifters, things like pressing, things like curls, things triceps, that kind of thing, usually you can't use the entire weight stack. Let's just be honest. But things like leg press, there's a possibility you go to a hotel gym and you don't know how you're going to be able to get a great workout. Rest pause, phenomenal way. You get yourself 15 reps, you stop, you wait yourself 10 to 15 seconds, you lock in, you go at it again, do it again. All right, just like there. Crushed it. Let's go. Next one. The machine we were going to use was a piece of shit, and sides were not even, so they were definitely not going to use it, because one side was going up higher than the other side. Resistance wasn't even, so we're moving on to dumbbells. Now, this is dumbbells that are metal, crickety, and loose. So we are being careful because I don't want to get fucking hurt with these babies. But we are worked up to our working weight. We're gonna do about 8 to 10 reps. Let's see how I feel. Lock it in. Yep. Yep. Bloop. 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 Funny thing with heavy dumbbell presses when it comes to chest and shoulder pressing, I've found that when you use lighter weight, especially like in the 40s, the 55 range, it's not just comfort. It's because the weight is not locked in and pushed. You don't feel as strong, for me anyways. The weights move very quickly. For whatever reason, whenever I'm using some of those lighter weights, it doesn't put enough resistance back on the shoulder for me to like even want to press it. And it's funny, like when I make the transition, I'm using 75s right now. When I make the transition from 60s to 75, I actually feel stronger and more secure with the 75s than I do the 60s, because it puts me in that range. I'm like locked in, as I like to say it all the time. And not just the focus, but like I actually feel that like locks into the muscle that I'm using, and just the shoulders, nothing else. With any press like this, especially with a free weight exercise, I usually like to take a little bit longer of a rest period because there are secondary muscle groups that are always used. We only did 8 reps. I'm gonna try to push up each set and do a little bit more. With dumbbells, I always kind of do that. I like to start a little bit less and do more as we go, as opposed to going maxing out on the beginning set. All right. Let's go, let's pick this up. It's another thing, we have to take it from the ground, so there's always a little bit more energy used with dumbbells than there is. You gotta put it here, you gotta get it up on your shoulder. All right, lock it in. Let's go, ready? 1, 2. Yep. Whoa. Yeah, these are old dumbbells. You know, they're very loose. They end up having issues. Well, if you want to walk through, don't worry.
Oh, that was not bad.
Yeah, no, don't worry. No, don't worry about it. And they loosen up a little bit. And without having the proper like ratchet or whatever the fuck you want to call it, wrench to tighten them, you know, it's one of those things that the stability goes off a little bit. They kind of wobble a little bit. So we are gonna stick with this. I think it's not too bad. The other day I was doing fucking curls and the thing was literally coming off. I had to drop, put it on the ground because it was literally coming off. Finish out the last one. Let's go, bring it home. Let's go. Ah. Ah. Yep. Yep. Woo. Woo. All right. Well, a little topic that you guys might not be privy of. You guys see me with my drink here. Go walk through. You can walk through. No, you can walk through. Don't worry. So obviously, I mean, you can obviously buy supplements everywhere. But one thing when you travel, guys, you need to understand that when we're talking about sports nutrition products, so alphasuppsusa type products, we're not talking about gear or any of that other stuff. You want to bring that on a plane, go right ahead. But it's not a legal substance to begin with, so I'm not going to tell you how to move that if you want to. But nutritional supplements, you can put those in your check bag. I put my carb powder, I put my protein powder, put the pre-workout, all in my check bag. Vitamins, those, I mean, you can put pre-workout, protein powder, carb powder, vitamins, all that kind of stuff. You can put it, I always put it in my backpack. Sometimes when I'm doing like 2 or 3 day trips, I'll put them in Ziplocs, throw it in my backpack. So you don't even need the containers. They don't check them. They are looking for bombs. They are not looking for nutritional supplements. Again, I'm talking about sports nutrition products specifically. What I do is like when I'm going longer trips, sometimes because I don't want to waste the bag space, and if I'm in the US, I will ship stuff to where I'm at to save some space. Again, being one of the owners of alphasuppsusa, I put an order in and have them ship it to wherever I need it to go. So for the most part, you can travel with your supplements, so you don't have to go without, and I do say that you shouldn't. A lot of the health supplements, a lot of things that you're taking, if you're trying to stay on program as much as possible, absolutely get those there, bring them with you. Now, international, completely different ball game. They might check pills, they might check powders, they might not allow things. I'm not talking about international travel, I'm talking about domestic travel. They're perfectly fine. They don't check anything in your checked bag at all. So you put whatever you want in there, nutritional wise. All right, so we're gonna do some front raises. I talked about this last week. This is probably the only exercise that I use a little bit extra momentum. I found just, it works better for me when I toss around a little weight, have some fun with it. I call it the Branch Warren style of training. I've done it slow and controlled. I don't feel, because of the balancing aspect, I don't feel that I get as much from it. So we're gonna load it up, lock it in. We're gonna pull, baby. Yep. Yep. Wait. Whoa. 5. Put. I notice it goes against pretty much all my training philosophies that you see with the rest of my shit. But like as I always said, you gotta train a certain way to maximize what you get from that exercise. And I've tried this countless times where I do slow and controlled reps, but because the weight is in front of you, there's way too much balance that goes into it, and I feel that I'm using way more core strength. But when I bring it up, using heavier weight, again, utilizing as much of the front delts as I can, I find that I get more out of it. Maybe it's just that I like doing it that way. I don't always do front raises, but this is what I found that works for me. So I'm gonna fucking stick with it, baby. Let's get it, let's go. Next one, we did 20. All right, I counted to 5. This is fucking stupid. 4 sets of 5. Let's go. Come on. Yep. I will tell you that I am definitely seeing the progress in the front delts. I've been prioritizing these for a long time. You guys have seen this workout after workout after workout. I do 3 front delt specific exercises, and I've noticed my front delts are starting to pop out a little bit, which I will tell you, this is why we do it, guys. Exciting. You got to notice the gains. You got to be excited about it. You got to push yourself. And when you put all the things in place, the eating, the recovery, cardio, the training, all of it combined, that's what you get. You get results, and you got to be proud of those results. All right? Let's go, baby. Last one. Come on. Yep. Whoop. 22, baby. Let's go. That's it for that, baby. Let's go. Let's move on. Now we got our front delts trashed, ready to rock and roll with the side delts. All right, first exercise we're gonna do is we use the same bench we were doing the presses on, which I never do a flat up and down, okay? I don't like that. I like to have a little bit of an angle, obviously not as deep as a normal incline. I don't know the degrees. We just go down maybe a pin or 2. We are gonna do side laterals there. So we're gonna be lean back in the seat like this. We'll do side laterals like this, okay? The reason I like to be lean back is so that there's no body movement up and down to help with momentum. On the opposite spectrum of what I just did, I don't like to use any momentum when it comes to side laterals. I find that you don't get almost anything from it when you do that exercise with momentum, as opposed to what I do with the front delts. As you saw, there was a lot more swing. Okay, now we're using a heavy weight. We're gonna get 8 reps. So this is not light, this is heavy. We need to make sure that we control each and every rep. Let's go, lock it in. Whoop. Whoop. We just got cut off because there was too much storage. So yes, we had another fucking fuck up in this video as always. We haven't been able to have a full one. So we're not able to finish the entire set. I didn't go through the entire one, kind of distracted. Was kind of pissed thinking that the battery was dead, which it hasn't been that long of a workout that should have happened. So we are starting back over. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Surprising We got 12. We're gonna stick with that. That's a good weight. Definitely was challenging from the beginning. Wanted you guys to also take into consideration the form that I'm doing with these. I see a lot of crazy form out there where your arms are coming higher, okay? You see, holding the weight in my hands, I'm letting my elbows come up. You want to make sure that your elbows are driving the weight, okay? A lot of the exercises are driving from your elbows. When you're doing your back, you're driving your elbows back. When you're doing this, you're pushing from your elbows. Your elbows is kind of where you want to keep that focus. Your hands are hooks. You lift, elbows up. Lift, elbows up, okay? If you lift your elbows up like this, like a chicken wing, you call it the little chicken dance, okay? And then you're gonna have big, beefy side delts. So listen to that. I don't know if that makes any sense. We're gonna move on to the next set. Let's go. Thinking of chicken wings, when I get back home to Miami, we gotta go to Sports Grill. We need to get some chicken wings. Whoop. 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 That was a ridiculously harder set than the first one. Shoulders tired. I don't think I got enough rest period in that one. So we're gonna rest a little bit longer. Sometimes it just hits you with any small muscle group. Shoulders being a small muscle group, regardless how big your shoulders are. They're 3 small heads, and when you're isolating them like I am, sometimes those muscle groups just get fatigued and they got nothing left. And because we're isolating those muscle groups and I'm not using any momentum or any kind of body momentum to help me up, when they're tired, they're tired. And when they're tired, they ain't gonna give you any more. So we gotta kind of focus as much as I can. That's why I always say lock it in. You gotta lock in that focus. Just get through as many reps as you can in good form. Form was starting to break a little bit, but we were able to lock it in and keep that form as tight as possible. But that's a key. You don't want to make sure that you're not breaking form too much. Once you start to break form too much, I always tell people, just stop. It's not worth the risk. There's no reward worth an injury, and that's what's going to happen when you start to do those type of things. I will tell you guys, it does feel good. Shoulders and chest have definitely come up a lot. Feels good. All that hard work that you put in, you can see the benefits. All right, let's go. Lock it in. Whoop. 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 Good work. Up. All right, so one of my favorite exercises that we got for the side delts you guys see almost in every workout is this underhand grip upright row. Okay, so my boy Dennis, Backer Pro Body Tech, old dude, strong dude, always wanted to outlift me, which he can. Short as hell. He's about this tall. Maybe that's why he can outlift me, because he got them little arms or whatever, but he showed me this exercise and I've put it in my routine pretty much every single shoulder routine. It hits the shoulders phenomenally well. Definitely hits a little bit more of the side delts, but I will tell you, overall shoulder workout, fucking great. I'm gonna lock it in. We have the stack. Okay, we're worked up to that. Up. We're gonna come in here. We pull up just like a regular upright row, right to the chin. Up. 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 Well, I'm working today. Shoulders and chest. We're just telling you guys, when you lock in and you get yourself a program that just focuses on the things that work for you and not just what everybody else does. I said this today in my Instagram post. You'll understand that the results will come quicker than you think if you've been doing things that don't work for your body type. You cannot just do stuff. Okay, I give you guys routines day in and day out for you guys to follow. A lot of it is very similar stuff, but if an exercise is not jiving with you, fucking drop that shit. Move on, find something else. There's a million other exercises. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. I can't stress that enough, man. We said it in a post today, and I think that is what has allowed me in the last 6 months to have such progress in my chest and my shoulders and in areas that I really wanted to prioritize. Okay, let's go. Lock it in. Next one. Come on, baby. Let's go. Up. Whip. Whip, whip. I won't make another bold statement here today, is that don't look for the results for the work that you didn't put in. I'm on vacation right now. I haven't missed a cardio. I haven't missed a meal. I haven't missed a workout. I might have missed some batteries. I might have missed a mic. I might have missed some things right here. We went out to dinner last night. I found something that I could eat that's gonna stick to my program. They had a poke bowl. I had extra tuna on it. and I added actually a baked potato on the side. My daughter ordered her steak. She had fries, they get an extra side. I got a baked potato because it wasn't enough rice. For me, I knew there wasn't gonna be enough rice, okay? So I am making decisions. So when you guys compare yourself to whoever, bro, please don't use the word genetics. Please don't use the word, they have steroids, they take this, they take that. It's not just that. It's not missing. We do not miss, okay? We don't miss nothing, okay? That's why these shoulders are beefy. That's why we've put on weight. That's why we've stayed lean as fuck. That's why we look the way we do, okay? When you see greatness, it's because I put in the work each and every day. I'm greatness because I know I put in that work, okay? I win every single day. Why? Because I set down a list of stuff that I'm going to do, okay? My list of stuff that I'm going to do is guaranteed. Is it guaranteed for you? I don't know. I know it is for me. Day in, day out. I know I'm gonna get my workout in. I know I'm gonna get my cardio in. I know I'm gonna get my food in. It does not change, okay? You know what I had today because I ran out of protein powder? I had a carton of egg whites and I mixed it with some Next Quick, okay? We had our 2 bagels and a banana. Are you wanting it that much? Or are you gonna make up, oh, I ran out of protein powder, I couldn't have whatever. I had to have an omelet with eggs, whole eggs, bacon, cheese. I had to go to breakfast, I had to have that croissant. That's fine for you, bro. But when I take off my shirt and you take off my shirt, does it look the same? Not a fucking chance. Let's fucking go. Woo. All right, so the last exercise we're gonna do today for the shoulders is our rear delts. We have a close cable attachment here. We're putting them high up. And we're gonna come across body. I'm gonna look away so you guys can see the meaty rear delts. And let's go. When you're doing this exercise, a lot of people make the mistake of pulling their elbows too far back. So what I want you guys to do is that most exercise, you want your chest up. In this exercise, I actually want you to cave your chest. I want you to cave chest down. You're gonna come here, we're gonna come back and stop, okay? Okay, you're gonna see how that works. When I turn around, it's gonna stop. Now, if I keep my chest up, you're gonna see my back is gonna flex, okay? So we wanna make sure that our chest is caved down. When we come here, you can come across, we're just stopping there. We are not going past. Once you start going past, driving those elbows too far back, you're gonna start engaging a lot more of your back. So that is a little tip right there. I see it happen all the time. Most people on the rear pec deck, they will put here, they'll stand just regular, and they will put it all the way back, especially a lot of the females, driving their elbows as far back as possible because there is not a lot of muscle that they have, and they end up piercing a lot of their back with the exercise and taking a lot of the emphasis off of their rear delts. People struggle with the rear delts mainly because of prioritization. They don't put them in an area of their workout that they actually have energy or focus. And secondly, they actually don't do the exercise correctly. So cave your chest forward, lean over the pad, come here, stop, stop. You do not want, when you stop, you're here, okay? You're not going all the way back. Let's go, finish it up. So when we come right here, we step across. We're gonna cave that chest in. We're not gonna go high. We're gonna cave it in. All right? Stop. 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 I'm gonna show you guys the difference. Here you go. Put chest out. There you go. See, your back is working. Back is working. We're gonna cave in. There you go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, done. All right, a couple of those right there. We worked chest really hard. Got a little information on the rear delts right there. We're all done with shoulders. That's it for a workout. We had one little debacle with the camera. The rest was pretty good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this workout. As always, appreciate you guys jumping in here, following, subscribe. Send this to anybody that could help them get some more big beefy shoulders. If they already have big beefy shoulders, let's go work out together. Have them reach out to me, possibly we can do a workout together. And we have two huge guys, or a guy and a gal, doing a crazy shoulder workout. Let's get it. Let's go. Day 2.